You should probably have a heads up on this. Because you've heard the right-wing claim that Joe Biden was trying to assassinate Donald Trump by FBI agents reluctantly having to go and pick up documents that Donald Trump stole from the U.S. government at Mar-a-Lago, had organized so they wouldn't be there. Well, Charlie Kirk has another theory. It's not just that. It could also be the deployment of another plandemic. Here's Charlie Kirk.
The Joe Biden regime was analyzing this data, analyzing this data, analyzing this data, analyzing this data, and they realized that the lawfare not working. And remember, 2 weeks ago, we got all that news of motions to dismiss and delayed without any further notice, and the documents case is not going to come in, and Jack Smith has to have an evidentiary hearing. And so all the lawfare stuff that could hurt Donald Trump's numbers, that all got put aside. So Joe Biden has been running out of tricks up his sleeve, but make no mistake, don't be surprised if there's bird flu, cow flu, reptile flu, snake flu, rattlesnake flu, something that's going to come out of here. Lobster flu.
Now, incidentally, we should say that there has been an ongoing bird flu that recently jumped to a human because it got into the milk supply, and it was a dairy farmer that caught it. Now, he was perfectly healthy, had a little bit of a cold, I guess. There is no evidence that it's gone human to human, but there's concerns by people who are worried about pandemics. So this is like Kirk, just sort of, it cost me nothing to pretend like I haven't read about this bird flu that has been ravaging chicken populations. They've killed tons of chickens. That's why the price of eggs went up a couple of years ago, because this bird flu has been traveling around the planet. And there's real concern because they're finding it in milk. Now, it's not active. The virus is dead, but they're finding the dead virus in milk because it's been caught by cows. But this is Kirk's way of saying that Joe Biden got the state officials in Georgia and the city officials in New York and the independent prosecutor to all bring charges against Donald Trump. And now that that's not going to work, he's going to unveil some type of pandemic. Go ahead.
So Joe Biden has been running out of tricks up his sleeve, but make no mistake, don't be surprised if there's bird flu, cow flu, reptile flu, snake flu, rattlesnake flu, something that's going to come out of here. Lobster flu, the lobstermen in Maine are getting the flu from, the mollusks that they're harvesting up there. Something's going to happen. Okay. So just understand that there's going to be something that is going to sweep over the nation. And they got something up their sleeve. So Joe Biden sees two pieces of data. And the first piece of data, I think some people are highlighting. Oh, yeah, Joe Biden is desperate. Therefore, he wants to debate. But the second piece of data that I think we must understand is that Joe Biden has evidence that leads him to believe the fact that Donald Trump has been largely censored, not on Twitter anymore. He's allowed back on, but he doesn't do it. They don't air his rallies on television anymore. That the memory of Donald Trump is far more popular than when people actually sometimes hear from Trump.
Now that's not a bad point. I agree with. In fact, that was my theory as to why the Biden campaign wants to debate him in June. The manufactured pandemic, probably not. It's a little bit different.
The lobster flu, that's a little different.
Well, he's making it seem like it's ridiculous, but he knows, he's read the story.
No, right. It's like planting a kernel of truth in something more sensational.
Yeah, and he's read the story, and so, but he's not talking about the story. Right. He's just making it like, I'm guessing that you probably hear something like, I don't know, a milk farmer got the bird flu, something ridiculous like that, something sciencey. Although I do think I do think it is the case that the more Donald Trump you see, the more people are going to vote against him. That's my guess. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.